iLLSound Radio, we back in the building.
Yo, checking in with the homie Sauney, and we got Dre of Rolling Woods Media with us. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah, what's the deal, man?
Chilling, man.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming through, bro.
Yes, sir. Always.
For sure.
Let me ask you, bro, where did you get your name from, bro? Like, how do you come up with that?
Well, 1Sauney,
Yeah.
my artist name before that was actually Carefree.
Okay.
Just I guess because then I didn't want to use either of my names, my first or my middle name. But my homie in high school said he gave me the name Sauney. My first name is Sauney.
Okay.
So like one day randomly, like junior, he just came up to me. He was like, "Yeah, there go my dog Sauney." I was like, "What'd you just call me?" Because I'm like, they either call me Sauney or they call me Elite, my middle name.
Right.
But that's family. But the one came from when Instagram came out in Future. I think his his IG name was 1Future, and I was just like, what if I did one? And I just kept it, like, I took that and I just kept it. And that was like, I don't know, I think like 2013, 2014. So yeah.
So you've been rapping since back then?
I always had rap aspirations, just from who I seen growing up. But I started off producing.
Okay.
I started producing in 7th grade, but I was making footwork beats.
You said what beats?
Footwork.
Footwork beats.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was that? How was that transition from doing footwork to where you are now? Cause like shit, back then, bro, footwork was busting. So how you translate?
I ain't gonna lie, it's just like how I always tell the guys, like they should have never let us in, cause like I think just coming from that, I've seen a lot, and I guess my life experiences just changed things. So I was able to, I really got into rapping high school, but it was like on some, poetry. Like I did like more poetry slams and stuff like that. But I learned how to, I guess make my feelings rhyme and just, just get my way here.
Okay. So like when you was doing the footwork and you was doing like the DJ Nates and all that, was you doing like basement parties?
Man, Joe, I used to. I was in middle school sneaking in the Wildlife Camp parties, bro. I wasn't even supposed to be there. I'm getting through it. Hey, shorty, what you doing here? I'm trying to see Fifi, man. What y'all talking about?
So, hey, she used to go crazy, bro. That's interesting.
Hey, bro.
Let me ask you, bro. Like, how do you grow up and say I want to be a producer? Like, where did that come from?
Honestly, I think I've always had a thing for, like in music, like with the actual production of it. Like I enjoy the lyrics, but I always enjoy the production. And also, a friend of mine, shout out K, his big brother was a rapper, and he always would tell us, "Hey, get FL Studio." So I got the free version, but I put it on my my OG desktop. Yeah, we had FL Studio, and I was, immediately I'm like, I'm finna make some forward beats. I'm making forward beats. Like I didn't even think about actual like rapping hip hop beats. Like I knew what I was going for. So it's crazy to see it change throughout the years. But yeah.
Have you ever tried to mix your footworking sound and with your current sound right now?
I feel like working with my producer, Wildlife Willie, it's a bounce. It's all that Chicago bounce. Like whether you from out west or you from out south or east, the Greens, like it's a certain bounce, and I feel it in a lot of our music. That's why it's so easy to attach to. Like when you hear a new artist coming up, like you really feel it. Like so I feel like it's in there for sure.
I know I used to work for Comcast, so anytime I go in somebody's backyard or something, I always be critiquing how the cable ran. Yeah. Like when you just hearing music, like are you always stuck in that critique mode?
Like
man, this shit trash.
I feel like I'm just open to listening to how it is, like from when it starts to when it ends. Cause some songs like build up there and just get raw, and some songs are raw and then kind of come down. So it's a coin toss, honestly. Like you never know, but I'm always like just willing to listen, like giving a couple listens to see how I really feel. Yeah. Cause we listen, we judge a lot of music based off how we feeling as well. So
yeah, that's a fact.
How has like being from out west, because I see you a lot of times you rep out west for real. Like you stand up for the artists, bro. Like that's supposed, you know what I'm saying, supposed to been took off, but how do you rep out west with your music and your sound? And how does it play a part in the influence that it gave you as an artist?
I really feel like just the support I get from the guys. Even back when like I ain't feel like everything was 100%. Sure. I was still getting that support, and everybody just heard it, like they heard something in me. So I really feel like, you know, the songs, it's certain songs I make now is like really be for the guys. Like it's, you know, you can understand it or you can't, but like I know they gonna hear it.
Yeah.
And I really feel like, you know, it's a lot of talent out west. There's a lot of talent in Chicago, period. But, you know, out west, like, I really try to push as much as I can because, I mean, to be really honest with you, like, you know, if someone is talking about Chicago, like in a show or a movie, they gonna go to the south side. They don't really, you know, they don't go west. They don't talk about that. So I try to, you know, just make that a conversation because, I mean, I didn't stay in the hundreds before. I done stayed over east, so I seen all sides. But I know, like, you know, what a heart, like what a heart is, and I just want to, you know, make that a conversation because, you know, not only just out west, but also, you know, Maywood, Bellwood, Broadview, Forest Park, like. Those areas, they like, that's really baby out west. Like those, you know, like how our South always has like, you know, like their suburban part, but it's still out South, like, you know, so it's the same thing. And I really just want everybody just to like come full circle because either way, we from the crib. So let's all lock arms because we all talented, you know, we all, so.
As being a producer, do you, like, let's say I'm just an artist. I want to work with you. Yeah. Like, do you go through a process where you like vet them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see what you've done before I could actually start working with you.
Yeah, I treat anyone inquiring on beats as the same as features. Like, I really want to go to the studio with you. I don't want to like you pay for this and then I just like it go off. Like, I want to hear your music. I want to see what I can make for you, how we can connect, and let's do it together. Like, let's book that session together. Like, where you record it, like, or if you got a problem with your engine, then come to mine. Like, I'm willing. Like, you know, I'm always invest on myself, but I like investing in other artists as well, just because, especially if I could really see that vision, and I really am like I kind of picky on like who I might send to or who I might work with, because I just. You know, if I don't hear that hunger, or if I don't hear like, or feel like you really want it, like you got to show me, like, you know, I got to see that you really want it as bad as I do. So
I ask you that because I see producers, they put their beats up and they be like 100 beats for $15, and I never understood how a producer could grow with just having his sound everywhere. Man. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all make something like. To me, it should be handcrafted for the person that made it. Everybody not gonna sound the same on that exact same beat. So if 100 niggas got that beat, one person may do it justice, but this other person just may kill your beat to the point where your beat turn trash. You feel me? So,
but that's also why producers, you know, like especially nowadays, but back then, like the sound click days, you gotta have two vessels. You gotta have the beats that you keep for your creative side. And the beats that, you know, it might be easier for somebody who just starting to use, like, you know, leases and stuff like that, and nonprofits, because, you know, that's really what it come down to. Because I feel like, you know, you should have protection over all of your sounds, but, you know, you gotta have, like, you know, you gotta eat, and that's, you know, it's hard to, as a producer, like I've seen it so many times, it's hard to really sell beats. Like, I've tried to sell beats from bigger names in the city. And they'll tell me something like, "Oh yeah, bro, this be hard. Send me $100 for the session so I can get it mixed and mastered." Like, bro, I'm paying for your session. Like, that's what? Crazy. What you mean? So I know how hard it is, like trying to get those deals, because really, like, you know, it just come down to the artist and the producer having a conversation. Like, it's really not as easy as just, you know, having a price. But everybody, like, I feel like if you work with somebody, anybody, you should like really try to lock in with them for real and see where they coming in. And like, okay, if you can't you get paid this time, let's do that instead of, you know, just waiting on somebody in the DMs. Like, that's not how relationships build, and it just makes it worse. It makes it not worth it for real. Like,
how y'all link?
You feel me? Like, we really been knowing about Sauney, like, ever since I don't know. I don't know. We around the hood, you know, we just always known about bro, and like his music and his talent. So you feel me? We spotted that and we wanted to bring him a part of the team. You know, Rolling Woods Media. We just really shine the light on everybody around. You feel me? In the western area. You feel me? Out the west side. You know, the woods and all that. And we just trying to bring us all together. Sauney was one of the top people we've been looking at.
Explain Rolling Woods Media a little bit more for the people that don't know what y'all do.
You feel me? I mean, it's kind of like a Rolling Woods, like a play on the Rolling Stones, you know. You feel me? We from the wood out west, and you feel me? So we call it the Rolling Woods, you feel me? And Rolling Wood Media is basically just, we got a different outlets, like we do everything from pictures, videos, podcasts, we got films, you know, we got writers, artists, rappers, producers, you know. We just basically trying to, you know, keep the team in our hoods, you feel me, and just build our own stuff up, you know.
Yeah.
Keep it like that, in-house, you know.
Like a compound type shit y'all
basically,
got going on
you know.
over there. So, like, what's your process of actually finding people to work with?
I mean, shit, you feel me? We all really came up around each other, you know, so I always just be keeping it air. And, you know, we know a lot of people, you feel me? Basically, I think we just all got a good ear for music, you know, so we just kind of try to keep them relationships and stuff and just, you know, link up with the best people we see who people, like he said, who really got that hunger, you feel me? That's really what we looking for.
Describe like a regular working day for Rolling Woods Media, like when all y'all just locked in.
Man, I mean, shit, like, my bad for cussing, but you know, we just did like a little cipher. You feel me? And it was like we kind of focused on like mental health, the mental health awareness month thing that's been going on, and like we just really gathered people from all around the city. Like, you know, of course we had people that's a part of the team, you feel me? Some of our artists that's Rolling Woods, rappers and stuff, but we had some other people like OG Wody and, you feel me, Risa, you know, TC Risa, I believe. I can't.
We had Risque as well.
Right, Risque. My bad, but
I forgot.
No, she cold though. No, you feel me? Don't let me get mixing up her name though. You feel me? But we just really we grabbed people from all around the city. Just had like a cipher. We had our cameraman shoot it. It was at a nice little spot, like it was just crazy. It's like,
yeah, definitely.
You know, so you
I peeped a few of them. I peeped a few of them little verses. I think I peeped Austin 2 Glocks.
Yeah, that's my boy, Glocky. Yeah.
Break down your verse since you right here. Both of y'all that I peeped did y'all thing. So break down your verse.
Man, my verse, I literally, like the second line, I was like, well, first line was, half of my homies died me and still alive. Wrote this in traffic. What was I think? I was literally in traffic. Like, it was, I was coming to work. But I think that verse really just touched on. I feel like now, it took a long time to get here, but I'm just like really like outside of my comfort zone and able to talk about my feelings and really like, you know, make things into it's a little easier now. I really got to talk about how, like, you know, I was into it with my family, and I treated my friends like cousins. Like, my friends really turned into my family in those times. I'm good with my family now. Like, we always been good, but you know how it is.
Yeah,
like,
I know how it go. Growing pains.
Yeah, and like I really like feel like my friends were there just to, even the ones that are gone. Like, you know, R.I.P. Snow. He the reason why we really here. Like,
all my life,
for real. And it's just like. It just keeps going on. That's all I can say for real.
Heard that.
Oh, yeah.
With everything you overcame today, like, if you get this 5 years ago, could you see yourself, like, being the artist that you are today 5 years ago?
Definitely. I feel like now I'm the artist that I can express myself, and I don't have to, like I said, I keep saying, like, it took a long time to get here, bro. I really spent a lot of time trying to figure out what kind of artist I wanted to be, and what flow I wanted to use, and I really like had to sit down on myself, like, bro, I don't have to have a flow, I don't have to have a style. I can like express myself, because music is about expressing yourself at the end of the day. So, you know, once I got to that, like where I'm at now, I think 5 years from I'd be proud of myself, but I definitely think 5 years, I could be a little more elevated for sure.
For sure. I asked that because like 5 years ago, that's when I actually got introduced to your music, like way before I was even with iLLANOiZE.
Facts, yeah.
We was in some type of like group chat. It was like underground promo or something like that.
Bro, I created that group chat. I didn't know that. Yeah. I went to the actual the DM on Twitter and I was looking at it. It was like created by 1Sauney. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, it was long
I didn't even know that, but I saw. You feel me? Go Hayes, Asar.
There was so many artists in there, bro.
Lena,
so many,
Josie,
so many,
bro.
I ain't
everybody. I'm like, let's all,
yeah.
Cause I know. I'm like, y'all know raw people. Cause I was going to them shows out there. Like, you feel me? So I was like, yeah, bro. Let's all promote our stuff. Like,
sure.
You feel me? It ain't nothing.
It's crazy.
What you got going on? I want to know about it.
It's crazy how time work, ain't it?
Facts, bro. Facts. We supposed to be here, like, for real. We supposed to be
next
here.
5 years gonna be even crazier, man.
Man,
for real. Bro spoke on relationships, and just hearing you start this group chat that you ain't even know you started, which is crazy.
Yeah, bro, crazy.
How much has having relationships and nurturing those relationships helped you grow as a producer and an artist?
Man, it helps me grow in so many ways, because I think really just being around people in general just really teaches ourselves like how we want to be treated. Like, you want everything to execute, and like I like when like working with people, like we become like real family. Like, I like working with somebody. We could do a song, but we could also, hey bro, what you want? Like Link, what's up? Like I'm a real family oriented person, so. You know, just having those type of connections and relationships with artists just makes it that much easier, because we don't have to, you know, like I said, sit and talk in the DMs and wait years. Oh, bro, my bad. I didn't even see this. You know, we ain't got to deal with that. We could just get to it, and, you know, that's a plus for sure.
Yo, it's your boy Biko. Make sure you head over to the Apple Store and Google Play Store and download the iLLANOiZE app right now. From there, you'll be able to stream iLLANOiZE Radio live every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m., as well as stream podcasts, watch interviews, check out the latest news, and so much more. So head over there to your App Store and download the iLLANOiZE app.
iLLSound Radio, we back in the building.
Yo, check it back in with 1Sauney, and now we got producer Wildlife Willie on the boards. What's up with you, man?
I'm doing good.
That's all good, but yeah, come back in. You recently shared that you had a case and you beat it. How did that play a part on you, and how did that play a part in your growth?
Man, you know, everything I went through, you know, just fighting that case, actually being in county, and also dealing with, you know, my grandmother was passing. She had just got an open heart surgery in that same time. Mm-hmm. Like, literally the day I got dropped off for house arrest, which was at 3 a.m.
Right. They dropped you back off at the crib?
3 a.m., bro, literally. Had to wake my auntie up, all type of shit. But, like, the day I got there, like, my grandma came back home from the hospital that same day. Mm-hmm. And the thing was, I was out there, like, way they had us all in the van, like, waiting, like, cause we all had the little, you know, debunk stuff. Mm-hmm. You have to find a piece of mail that has your name on it and then that address.
For proof of address?
Yeah, and I hadn't stayed at my granny. This was 2019. I hadn't stayed in my granny's, you know, since, like, 2016. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, man, I know it ain't no mail over there because I didn't already move. Like, you know, I came back that summer to take care of my grandma, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just knowing they wasn't going to find nothing. They kept coming back to the car like, you know, you might have to come back to county because, you know, we don't see no mail. I was like, man, just keep looking. Like, it's got to be something on one of them dressers, like, in that room back there. So what happened was they found I had got my license in 2016. In 2016, they found the permit that I had, and it was like water damage, all type of stuff, but my name and the address was like perfect. I'm like, bro, that's a blessing from my rest of soul. Like, that's a blessing from my grandma, because ain't no, that was the only thing on there. That was the only thing there. Like, they was gonna take me back. So, you know, just going through that, you know, having my, you know, my little sisters and my brothers see me in that, you know, but really just the support I got through all of it, because, you know, through that whole time, I really felt like, I had to carry the family. Like, you know, it was all in my hands. You know, I couldn't go nowhere, but it was all in my hands. And just that kind of just molded me as a man a lot more. You know, just seeing how, you know, you got to have solidarity all around. Just as a person, like, period. You got to have solidarity all around, because, you know, everything that was going on, like, I could have just gave up. I could have just not, you know. I could have been like, I don't even want to rap no more. I don't want to be here. Like, all type of stuff, bro. And it was just, you know, it definitely molded me. And I'm glad I went through it in hindsight, because, you know, I got to see how county really treat people. Like, it don't matter what you know. It don't matter if you got a parking ticket. It don't matter. Like, you getting treated the same way. And
ain't that crazy how your whole life can just be in their hands like that?
Yeah, bro.
And like the snap of a finger.
And that's why I always tell the shorties, like, it's not that serious. Like, bro, we come outside of our houses, like, we are not on our own time. Like, this is the law's time. Like, they could do what they want. And you could sit there and say, this is the law that we have, bro. They could, you know, they could do it exactly whatever they want. Like, so it's really up to who had the upper hand. Like, if you want to stay away from that, bro, stay away from that, bro. Like, I understand, you know, people grow up in the streets, and it's hard to get away from that. But it come down to your life, for real. Like, it come down to your life at the end of the day. So
let me say, shout out to you for beating that case. I pray you never have to go through that again, bro. Because that's some of the most inhumane shit ever, bro. Being in the county, even before you even get actually into the county, just being in the holding cell, bro. With 30, 40, 50 people, bro. People sleeping by toilets and all type of shit.
All type of shit, bro.
Pray you never have to go through that again. Now, you also a type 1 diabetic?
Yeah, bro. And along with that, I'm not gonna name the department I was holding in, but I was in that holding cell for 5 days, no medicine, you know, and I have to take two different types of medicine. I was in there, they was just giving me egg McMuffins and
some bullshit
and quarter pounders, and I'm like, can I call my people, bro? Like, they probably think I'm dead. Like, I haven't been able to. That whole 5 days, I ain't get to talk to nobody. Like, I'm just in that cell.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And who I got locked up with, they was in like, they made sure, like, we weren't able to speak, so they had him, like, in like, damn, I think like 5-6 cells down. So that was just crazy. But yeah, I've been a type 1 diabetic for, what is it, 2021? Since 2010.
Man, I know that's difficult just on an everyday basis. Like, I know I got a cousin that's diabetic, and he had partially lost his vision for a little while. You feel? He had to get surgery. I don't know all the details behind it, but I know he had to get surgery to get the vision in his eye back. So I know how difficult it is to be a diabetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, I always have to choose me in every situation. Like, I have to be good. Like, I got to be good. I can't, you know, just be eating anything or, like, living any kind of way, because I could, you know, just like that. You know, it takes a lot out of you, but I think I've learned to make it easier for myself. It was hard, you know, 2010, like, I had already been a new kid at the school. I had moved to Oak Park. I ain't know nobody. I'm the new kid, and I'm out of school for like 2 weeks because I, you know, found out I was a diabetic, and, you know, just having to deal with that growing up, it was hard sometimes, but, you know, I just learned how to, you know, just make time to check on myself, make time to, you know, do better for myself. So, and, you know, along with it, you know, it's also like, it's also off emotion. Like, you know, blood sugar can be off emotion. So if I'm angry or I'm stressed, I can have a real high blood sugar. So that taught me how to, you know, even when I'm in a stressful situation, I know I'm gonna get out of it. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and dwell on it. I'm not gonna sit there and allow myself to get angry and, you know, stress myself out, because it's a bigger health scare behind that. So, you know, it just definitely allowed me to, you know, just let things go, and, you know, just, you know, like I said, choose me first and just do better for myself. So
yeah, I would say the gift and the curse. You feel me?
Yeah. So
Now, early in the interview, you said you wrote poetry.
Yeah, I did.
Now, how did that help you as an artist, just starting with poetry and then shifting into being an artist?
Well, I'm gonna say shout out to Mr. Khan, cause I had an English class at OPRF where the poetry, he came in, he was saying like we're gonna be writing poems this week. So they gave us the topic. So everybody, some people had life, some people had basketball. I had poetry. I'm like, bro, you want me to write a poem about poetry? Like, what does that mean, bro? So honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I winged it. Like last minute, like it was due Friday. I woke up at like 2 a.m. Friday. I was like, I don't want to fail English because I love English. Let me write something. Yeah. So what we did was that when we came in class, we wrote. He had like we all like went around like saying somebody else's poem. I was supposed to see like who you felt like wrote this. Yeah. So they read mine last, and he was just like, I don't who wrote this, and I was like I wrote that. He was like, what? And then the bell rung. Everybody was going to class. He was like, hey man, let me talk to you. I got to talk to you after class. I was like, man, I'm like, what happened? Like, I got a bad poem.
He saw it.
He was like, yo, this shit right here is genius. I really like this. He was like, what? Like, do you write poetry? I was like, no, I've never read a poem in my life. He's like, man, I want you to come to our poetry like little jam class after school. I was like, you gotta ask my mama. you already know you gotta ask OG first. I was like, you gotta call her, see if it's okay, because I can't just be going anywhere, man. I don't know how you live, but hey, but yeah, I think I went there I was there for like maybe a month after class consistently, but like after that, I kind of like I love poetry, but I think how I was introduced to it and how it really made me easier to write it, because he was like, Lil Wayne does poetry, and I was like, then everybody love Lil Wayne, so it was like that that made it a lot easier to get my words out, and just to make it like, because it's not all about rhyming, it's about that it's about that punch and what you're really saying and how you say it. So it definitely gave me that that kick push start to learn how to turn that into songs, for sure.
Shout out your teacher on my baby.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Khan, man. I know he gonna see this, man. Shout out to you, bro.
That's what did it for me, and with writing too. I had a creative writing teacher in college. She her name was Miss Barbara Haroon, I believe it was. But man, she was so helpful. Then she had twins, bro. Man, I could not get in touch with her. She had twins, then she got married, I think, bro. But those English teachers, bro, they really don't get enough credit, bro. They really can help out learning so much, for real.
The English teacher that was there, he used to give me a hard time, but he just knew, like, I was, like, he knew I put English over all my classes. Mm-hmm. Like, I never failed English ever. Like, and he knew I could, like, really write or really, so, and, like, reading books, like the books we read, man, like,
tough.
But...
Real, that's why I think teachers so important. We had a teacher, shout out my homie Tone, and I was telling them it's always that one teacher that sees something special in a kid and they activate that special. You feel me? So for him to even give you the poem about poetry, you know what I'm saying? Then like you say, he read it and he was like, bro, this is like genius level shit. You know what I'm saying? He activated that. He probably didn't even know what he was doing actually, but he activated that in you. That's dope, man.
I can't even think of the teacher name, but shout out to him, man. Because I know he put him to that. Because I'm like, I have to write a poem about poetry. Like, what kind of topic is it?
Yeah, that's
but I guess whatever I said, I really wish I could find that poem, because I wrote it in a notebook before I wrote it, like, turned it in.
You gonna find that shit at the best time. Watch. It's just
so, man, I hope so, for real.
Turn that into bars.
Talk about how you and Wildlife really hooked up and all the work y'all put in together.
Man, I'm gonna definitely say shout out to Nick G and R.I.P. Snow, R.I.P. Pace, because they pretty much introduced me to bro. They was just saying, like, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I met you. I'm the reason, because I met Leak, and I was at the studio and I heard your beats first. as Carefree, and I'm like, who made these beats? And he was like, Sauney. And then I was like, what's his IG or Instagram? Not Twitter. What's his Twitter? And he gave it to me, and then I DM'd you, and he was like, and then I found out you was rapping, and then I just started sending you beats.
See, okay, cause he did one of the first songs I put on SoundCloud, well, maybe like one of the second ones, but it was like 2015. I forget what the name of that song was, but I know the lyrics to it.
Shout out to that song, man.
But yeah, like that was Castaway. That was Castaway Reflections. Yeah. That was that old tag. Yeah. So yeah, we've been at it for a minute, and I always tell him like I'm grateful for him because like we really grew together like as people and as like an artist and a producer as well, and like producers definitely deserve like. I'd say 100% of the credit because that's what makes the song. Like you could put lyrics to it, but that beat is what does it. And we came a long way. And like at this point, he finna start dropping songs that we done made. So he finna spaz like 'cause we got so much. Like I'm finally catching up to the beats because bro, I got like 1,000+ songs and phones that I can't even turn on. Like you feel me? I gotta get the screen fixed and all. So it's crazy.
For real, but talk about your upcoming project and name, title, and release date.
Yes, sir. So Sorry My Phone Died 2. I'm dropping that on Father's Day. I believe that's June 18th. If I'm not mistaken, I'll correct myself.
Man, nobody knows when Father's Day is.
All right, it be
just Mother's Day, man.
That's facts. I be trying to, just surprise my pops. He be like, "Oh man, you ain't got to do this." But
that's dope though.
But we did me and Dope. We did Sorry My Phone Died last year. We made like 10 songs and then put the 4 on the EP. We made all them songs in my crib, like slid to the crib. We made the songs in my room. Like I had songs where my OG was like coming in, like before, like I had Lisa, she was like coming in, you good, you there? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Like real, like really at the crib, like just cooking up and just making ourselves better. Cause that time into now, like what we working on is just like busting. So, but yeah, it came from like my phone was always dying for real. Like my phone always. I got the XI right now. It don't be I'll be having that charge on me. That fast lightning. Man, shout out to Apple for that. But my phone was always dying. That was like my only. Cause people thought I was playing. I was like, nah, bro. Like I'll get cussed out.
Right.
Like cause I was like I had to go charge my phone. My fat. I went home. My shit bad. I couldn't do nothing. Yeah. So that I knew that was like a me thing, but also a relatable thing. Like people can relate to like my phone died. Like, sorry, my phone died. Like somebody, as soon as your phone come back on, you texting that person like, yeah, my bad, my phone died. Like it's a real thing. So to turn that into like just songs full of, I don't know. I got R&B songs. I got some creative songs. I got some songs where I'm rapping my ass off. I just feel like it's finally comfortable to like be able to put something into a project. Like I have enough songs that I was able to figure out what I want to put on there, and also for the deluxe, like everything pretty much done. So
you doing the deluxe with it too?
Yes, sir. I'm we gonna see how things play out with the album come, but I definitely got songs like and with some raw features, that I'm gonna just I want to save on like for now. I don't want to drop them too soon, so I'm gonna drop. Can't give them everything at once, but, in the long run, give them a lot because it's about content. So,
most definitely.
All right, now, before we get out of here, once again, plug yourself, plug your team, everything you got going on. And then I also got Desire. So, we're going to do our little shout-outs, and then I want you to intro that joint for us.
So, 1Sauney on everything, 1Sauney, representing Rolling Woods Media. Shout out Grease Team, shout out Forever. Shout out iLLANOiZE. Shout out my boy for getting me up here, man. Shout out to you too, man. I appreciate y'all. This was real radio interviewing. It ain't feel like nothing was on the screen, and real vibes. You gonna feel it for real. I fuck with what y'all got going up here, and yeah, man. Desires, that boy right here, him and Flacco definitely produced that. So shout out to Tano. That's the only clean version song I have. Shout out to him.
Got you. You want to do some shout outs? You want to say something?
Wildlife Willie. Well, Wildlife _ Willie on social platforms. Shout out to Sauney for you and Nick for always. I curated your sound and that kind of helped me out. Just doing what I do, and now everybody hitting me up and trying to work. But it all started with him and Nick G. Shout out Rolling Woods. We got some coming. Dope told me to send some beats for a project he working on. And guys about to see me everywhere right now because I'm working right now, making beats every day and working with different artists.
Work. Jimmy, holla at the people.
For sure, man. Shout out Sauney. Shout out Wildlife Willie. Shout out Dre, Rolling Woods Media. Hey, make sure y'all get in tune with that, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through for the interview.
Big facts.
Y'all know how it goes. Same old same. Download that iLLANOiZE app. Continue to submit music. Post, man. Check out podcasts. Check out iLLANOiZE Radio every Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. You know how it go, man. And Jay, what you got to say to him?
Man, shout out all y'all for coming through. Shout out Dre. Bro wrote a book, man. Bro got a book coming. Yes, he didn't get a chance to say that on air. I'm definitely going to buy a couple copies of the book. But once again, man, shout out to y'all because, like, I love interviews like you say that just flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had real conversations, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. Go ahead and outro us to the record.
Desires, it's out there. Sorry my phone died 2 on the way. It's a little slow song for y'all, so yeah, y'all go ahead and enjoy that. It's clean, you know. Beep that out. Let's go. 1Sauney.
Say less.